Hello, and welcome to Lumpia and Latkes. I'm Jay, a Filipino American.
And I'm Mitch, an American Jew. We are friends and coworkers who riff all day at work and decided to create this podcast for extended conversations on anything that intrigues us.
We won't always get it right, but we'll do what we can. Thanks for joining us. This episode, delivery apps. Today's topic is delivery apps, man. All right, so you said that you don't really use these things.
No, I don't. I mean, the wife and I have used it a handful of times, whether or not it's DoorDash or Grubhub or whatever it is. Yeah, we don't use it all that often ourselves.
No.
I go and get our food, or my son does. You know, hey, it's the whole "you fly, I'll buy" type thing. That was the phrase my stepdad used to use with us when we were kids. Man, hey, I'll buy if you fly. You know.
Okay. Yeah.
So
I mean, I have a love-hate relationship with them. I use them a lot. DoorDash more than anything. I kind of use Grubhub. I don't really use Uber Eats. I used to use Postmates a lot. Postmates used to be really cool. Postmates was actually bought out by Uber Eats, so you still download the Postmates app, but then it redirects you to Uber Eats. And Postmates was cool because
well, then what's the point of the Uber or the Postmates then?
I don't know. They still own the name. It's probably another way for them. It's probably just another way for them to get more users on the same database, just with a different app. That's all it is.
Yeah,
but yeah, it's really stupid because it looks exactly the same now. But Postmates though, like you could tip after the fact.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
well, that's nice.
Your food. Yeah, you could order your food, and then the Postmater would drive, get your food, bring it to you, and then after they left, you could decide what you wanted to tip. You can't do that with these current apps. Can't do that anymore.
Seriously?
Yeah, with these current apps, you can't do that. You have to tip beforehand. What's
the point of the tip then?
I don't know. That's what I was like. I always thought that a tip was a reward for good service after you've done what you've done.
That's exactly right, Jay.
Right?
I mean, I told her, maybe I'm just too old. But I mean, sorry, ordered Domino's back in the day. Avoid the Noid, baby. And they delivered that pizza to you, and then you gave them a tip. You hand them cash and you gave them a tip, or you gave them the card over the phone or online, and then they brought the receipt to you. You signed it, and if you wanted to add a tip, you could add a tip. But then they started to change that shit. Then they started to add the extra driver fee to it. Or
I hate that automatic. Fact that it says like this delivery charge is not going to the driver. It's like, where's it going? Then?
Exactly. Okay. Well, if the delivery charge is going to the driver, then guess what? The driver just got a tip.
Right. Exactly.
So okay. Why am I going to pay him a little extra? Now, if the guy was like, if it was like we ordered it and it says, hey, your order will be here in 30 minutes, and 20 minutes in, they're ding dong. All right, guess what, buddy? Here's an extra couple of bucks. Thank you so much. What was the proper percentage of a tip for a delivery driver? Was it 10%, 5%? I don't know.
Back then, I don't know.
I mean, like even now
on the apps now, they usually start. I think it's like 10, 15, and 20%.
See, that's ridiculous, man. I'm sorry. I just, especially when we get into the quality of the food that you're going to get from them.
Right. You do take a hit on quality because this food is traveling in someone's vehicle. And they're probably doing other stops for you. Not always, but
I mean, look, when we get pizza, and again, I keep referencing pizza because that's typically what I've delivered. I had Chinese food delivered to the house too.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you what, Chinese food, I don't know what it is, man. Do they like have like a nuclear fusion reactor when they cook their food or something? Because that stuff could be sitting in that little black bottom container with the clear top. That son of a bitch could be sitting in there for like 20 minutes, and you still open it, and it's steam just pours out of that.
You know that container was developed by NASA.
Was it really?
No, I don't know. It could be.
Oh, you jerk!
It takes a rocket scientist to figure out the science of Chinese food. I don't know.
I mean, like, and then you got the other container it's the same damn container. It's that white container that always holds some of the other foods in it as well for the quarts and pints or whatever it is.
Yeah, the one
that always comes in piping hot.
You know, you can unfold those containers into a plate.
Nope.
Yep, that's the thing I found out again through TikTok.
Wow.
You can unfold that thing into a plate. It's like,
You will
huh?
have to send that to me. I want to show that to my wife and
Yeah,
and make her jaw drop.
yeah. I had to find that video. It's like I didn't know you could do that. That's cool.
Yeah, I didn't know you could do
Just
that
like
either.
just
That's
like
freaking
another
amazing.
another one of those weird things. Like I didn't know that for some of those prescription bottle containers, you can undo the lid and then switch it to the other side, which is the screw on instead of the like the
Yes.
one with the tab. I
Yes.
didn't know that.
Yes. Oh yeah, I knew that. That's one of the
Of
newer
course you did.
inventions
You
that they
were
came
you
out
were
with.
from my day.
Yeah, I
I
was.
had no
Yeah,
idea.
back in my day, we
Oh
didn't have lids. We just. I don't
we
know.
just
I don't
stored the
know.
pills in their cheeks like squirrels.
Exactly. Exactly. Like a damn squirrel.
I
There you
don't
go.
know. Sure.
But no. So like, all right. So again, back to the subject. It's um, like you, Jay, you
Mm.
have ordered, McDonald's, Chick-fil-A, Burger
Mm-hmm.
King,
Mm-hmm.
you name it, fast food stuff
Mm-hmm.
getting delivered to your house, and you
Mm-hmm.
do it because of convenience.
Convenience. And there's a
And
price for
that's
convenience.
fine. And
Yes.
you pay a price for that
Sure
convenience.
do.
That's fine. But what do you gain from it? You gain the convenience. That's
Gain the
it.
convenience. Yeah.
You lose on quality.
It's true. I won't disagree with you on that. Yes, you're correct.
I can't like that. That's where I draw my line. That's why
Yeah.
I don't use those apps.
Yeah.
And it's no offense to any of those drivers or
Mm-hmm.
anybody else. I'm sure you guys do an amazing job.
Yeah. I
Some
mean,
some
I
people
love
can make
DoorDash. I'll keep using it.
yeah,
Whatever.
yeah. Some people make great money off of doing this stuff, okay? And
Yeah.
you know what? I applaud you for it. I think it's a wonderful thing. It's capitalism at its
Mm-hmm.
best in some fashion.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what? If you can make a living off of it and still be able to have a good quality of life for you and yours,
Yeah.
go for it. Absolutely go for it. I'm not going to
Yeah.
stop you,
I
but
mean,
I'm
it's
not
that
going to
side
support. But
hustle. You
but
know.
I'm not supporting you.
Okay.
I'm not supporting you.
Okay.
Okay, I'm not supporting you, and the reason I don't support it is because I don't get good food because
Mm.
I've done it. I've done the Chick-fil-A. I've done the
Yeah.
McDonald's. I've had them delivered to the house. Heck, Pizza Hut. That's the latest one. Pizza Hut.
Yeah.
Pizza Hut now does DoorDash. It
Exclusively.
automatically
Yeah.
does it from
Mm-hmm.
DoorDash,
They don't
and
have their
I
own
can
drivers. Right.
and I'm sorry to say that I have seen a decline in Pizza Hut when
Yeah.
we
I
would
can agree with
deliver it,
that. Yes.
and we stopped ordering Pizza Hut as a result.
Mm-hmm. And
You
we were
know?
talking about Jimmy John's. Jimmy John's has their own dedicated
Yeah,
drivers, and you know what
yeah.
happens? You get quality deliveries because they're their own people.
Well, all right, so I don't know how Jimmy John's. I mean, Jimmy John's now has their new shtick where they finally got into the toasted business, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Because my son works for Jimmy John's now, so he's all about the whole toasted subs and everything like that. But he
Mm-hmm.
doesn't do the deliveries; he just makes the subs.
Okay.
So I don't know. I didn't ask him prior to us doing this podcast about the delivery guys or anything like. So I have no clue how that whole delivery system works. But I know and I know for a fact, like
Mm-hmm.
I can go online and try to order it for Jimmy John's, and they won't deliver to me because I'm
Mm-hmm.
outside the area.
Right.
But I can make a phone call to the local Jimmy John's,
Mm-hmm.
and they'll deliver it right to me. And dude, I'm probably about 10 minutes from them. I get my sandwich in 10 minutes.
Yeah.
I seriously do, and I'm like, cool. Now with this new hot stuff that they give, the toasted or whatever, I'm not a big toasted fan. Okay,
Hmm.
that's just not my bag, baby. But you know
Okay.
what? That's fine for those that do. My wife likes her stuff toasted. We haven't
Mm-hmm.
gotten Jimmy John's in quite a while. Not to say that their food isn't good. It's decent. It's
Mm-hmm.
decent food for what you pay for. I
Yeah.
think it's a step above like Subway, if you ask
Yes.
me.
100%. Yes.
Um, so yeah, from that perspective, sure, it's not bad, but again, they deliver it to you, and by them having their own drivers,
Mm-hmm.
it's going to be a lot quicker. Just like once again, Chinese restaurant, man. Most of the Chinese restaurants, I don't know about nowadays. Nowadays, it's probably DoorDash and Grubhub because I've been seeing people walking in to the Chinese restaurant that I go to. I pick
Yeah.
mine up. I pick mine up. I
Yeah.
do. I take the extra couple minutes. I pick mine up. Why? Because I want my food hot. I
Right.
want it fresh, and I'll go ahead and spend a couple of minutes of inconveniencing myself, if you
Mm-hmm.
will, so to speak, just to go ahead and get it. But anyway, you do
I
the
mean,
DoorDash thing. You like it.
I like it. I enjoy it, but I do think it has its problems. I mean,
Sure.
I've had delivery drivers deliver to the wrong address, they'll deliver across the street, and you can
Oof.
tell because of the fact that they have to take a picture when they
Right.
deliver, and then you'll see
Right.
it it's like this is not my front door, and then you have to go track it
Right.
down,
Right.
or you just request a refund through the customer service people for DoorDash, and there's also contactless delivery, like that came about when
Right.
COVID started, where you could just
Right.
you could just have the food left at your door, which is what they pretty much do anyway. Because even if you
Right. They
say
do
you
that
want to hand
nowadays,
it to you,
anyways.
they don't hand it to you.
So
I
that's
don't know
another
why.
thing too, man. I mean, that's another thing too. They do
Yeah.
contactless delivery. The majority of these people just do contactless delivery.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, fine. If they want to be, I'm not saying everybody is, but if they want to be lazy about it and they just drop it off at whatever doorstep that they want to drop it off at, snap that photo and walk away, and it's not your doorstep.
Yeah.
Oh my God, dude, what the F are you doing, man? You know, I mean,
Mm-hmm.
what is going on? And then you turn around and say, "Oh, I want a refund." Okay, now what, Jay? Yeah, you got your refund,
You get your
which
money back, but
that,
you don't have your food. You got to
exactly.
do it again, right?
And what kind? And again, you said that you did this for the convenience.
Convenience, but
Well,
those issues are
now
few and
you're
far between.
okay.
It's not every
So
time that
for
happens.
you, so all right. So your guy that's been using it regularly, how
Yeah.
often would you say you've been inconvenienced by DoorDash?
Um. Hmm. One every 10 orders, maybe. Because
One out
like,
of every
because
10.
like
So
also
you're
there'll be like the issue of like missing items. Because that's more the issue that happens, and that could be on the
so how often do you get missing items out of one
um
out of 10? Out of the 10, so let's say out of 10, how many times you get missing items?
out of 10. Usually the one, yeah, usually the 1 out of 10. I'm including like all problems that I have.
Oh, okay. So
Issues
you're saying
issues
about 10,
for
so about 10% of your orders that you get,
I have an
you
issue,
have an issue with.
an issue
But
of some sort.
90%
Ninety
of your
percent,
orders,
yeah,
it's on time, it's
right,
okay, there's
right.
no problem with it. It's
It's
just,
expected. It's an expected state of my delivery.
and your expected state is, in, let's say, for example, Chick-fil-A,
Hmm.
you get warm food, not hot, just
Right,
warm food.
warm, yeah,
Okay. All right. Well,
yeah.
I mean, hey man, if that's your if you're happy with that, then you know
Mm.
what? I'm not gonna judge on
I
that. I
see
mean, hey,
value
yeah.
in delivery. Yes, I do see
But
value.
how much more are you paying for them to deliver it to you
Oh yeah,
versus you
there's a
going to
lot.
get it yourself?
It's quite a bit. It's usually about
Really,
um like around like I don't know, depending on how much you tip. Also, maybe 15, $20 more.
$15 to $20 more.
Yeah, if you're doing a proper tip. Some people don't tip,
Wow.
but
And
me, I
that's the
do
other
it
thing
usually
too. You
around
have to add
15.
the tip to the beginning, so
Yeah.
you're automatically going to give them a tip if they suck.
Yeah, but I mean, that's not again. That's not saying like you can't go back to the customer service people and say, "Hey, can you reduce their tip down?" You know, I mean,
I
that
see.
person's going to see it, but then that's the problem you
Okay.
run into. Because now that person's going to see it and see that their tip went down, and then if you get them again, I mean, I don't know if they'll remember you. Maybe they will. And they'll be
They'll
like,
eat your
"Oh,
food.
this guy stole my tip. I'm gonna, leave one of his order items out or take
And
something
now
out of
that's
it."
something that's commonly put on Reddit and
Yeah.
Facebook and things like that. I'm sure how people are like, "Hey, some
Hmm.
of these people are just eating my food,
Yeah.
or
Stealing
or
food. That's the
stealing
part that
food."
really sucks. Is that like I've had people just straight up just steal my food.
Really?
Yeah, delivery like these delivery people. Again, these people aren't vetted for anything. I'm like,
No,
anybody can sign up on a delivery app and just sign up. Say, I want to do this. Okay,
they're
here you go.
1099 people. Those DoorDashers are 1099 people. They're not
Right,
employees
right,
technically, which is
exactly.
a whole nother thing that I don't even want to get into, man.
No,
That
no.
turns into a political thing, and we're not here for
We're not
politics.
here for talk. No, we're not here for politics. Even this kind of like this is a controversial topic. This delivery app stuff
Yeah, yeah,
because
yeah,
there's a lot
yeah.
of people who do this delivering. I have nothing against those people. It's just that
No,
certain ones ruin the system for everybody. Like you'll
one
get
bad
some,
apple kind of thing.
yeah, you'll get like the people that steal the food. You'll know because they'll have a profile that has no picture, maybe just a first name, no ratings, and then
Really?
like yeah, I've like I saw on an order before that it was like Subway, and we ordered it, and they drove. For some reason, they drove past the house, kept driving,
Okay.
and drove off,
Okay.
and they left the area. And it's like,
Wow.
okay, where the heck is the food? Had to get a refund. It's like, well, and now that restaurant's closed. It's like, okay, cool, great. That was a really bad
Wow.
experience. But that
Yeah, and
does
half the
happen.
daggone time too. I'm sure if you have a discrepancy with something, you have to contact DoorDash directly. And
Yep.
sometimes you try to call the restaurant. And the restaurant's like, "Hey, man, it's out of our hands.
Yeah,
Go
the
to
restaurant
DoorDash."
said the restaurant usually will say as soon as we hand off the food to the dasher, there is nothing we do because that
Yeah, we're
we
no longer
lived up to
responsible.
we
Yeah,
lived up to our end of the bargain. That's
we
on the
made the
dasher.
food. We handed it off to the driver.
Yep.
After that, we're done. We're no longer
Right.
responsible.
Right.
And as it should be. That's exactly how it should be, as far as
Sure.
that's concerned.
Yeah.
Unless,
That
of
is
course,
not.
again, if you're non-DoorDash, then
Yeah.
yes, hey, your delivery driver brought me. I ordered a cheesesteak and they sent
Yeah.
me a
If
hamburger.
they
Okay, well,
employ the driver, then yes, it is on that restaurant. But a
yeah,
lot of these times, it's third party apps. Like at the end
dude.
of the agreement.
I can remember this was years and years ago. I was a kid
Mm.
living, in Virginia Beach, if you will. We
Mm-hmm.
ordered Domino's pizza,
Mm-hmm.
and it was shoot. My stepsisters used to come in the summertime and live with us in the summertime, if you will. We went to camp with them and all that kind of crap.
Mm-hmm.
And we ordered Domino's. They got it delivered, and the order was wrong. And the dude came inside, got on our phone, called up the place, and realized they gave him the wrong order for the wrong address.
Mm-hmm.
So they gave us the wrong food, more plain and simple.
Mm-hmm.
And the guy said, "Hey, we screwed up. We're sorry. If you don't mind, take the pizzas. The order is free." So we
Mm-hmm.
didn't have to pay anything. So my
Mm-hmm.
stepdad gave him a tip because he still delivered and he delivered it on time, 30 minutes or less
Yeah.
back in the day. So he gave it to us. We are sitting down eating pizza that we're picking apart the items that we don't do and don't like or whatever it is. And 20 minutes later, we get a ring at the doorbell. It is Domino's with
Oh.
our correct order.
Oh.
Here you go. Have a nice day.
Hmm. So then you had pizza for leftovers.
Oh my god, we had pizza for days, dude. We froze pizza. We were
Oh.
freezing pizza, man. We had so much pizza because it was
You
like
were throwing
four.
around pizzas like frickin' frisbees. Great.
Well,
Cool.
the first order was like four pizzas, man, and the next
Jeez.
order was like five pizzas, and we knew the order was wrong because again, we were supposed to have like five pizzas because it was like I said, it was seven people, and then on top of that, I think we had like our neighbors coming over to eat with us as well or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
We were just having a party, like a gathering, if you will, of people and shit.
Sure.
And
Mm-hmm.
so yeah, we were doing it. Yeah, we had so much pizza left over, dude. Oh my god! But that's the kind of customer service that you should
Yeah.
get back even now,
Mm-hmm.
and you go to fancier restaurants and stuff like that and you're like, hey, wait a second, the food's not quite right or whatever. You know what, we'll take that off the bill. They'll
Yeah.
do that at the restaurants and stuff like that. But
Mm-hmm.
DoorDash, no, let's just refund our money altogether and there you
Yeah.
go. But again, you refund the money because you got no food.
Yeah.
Great, I got my money back, but guess what, I'm still hungry.
And the other thing too is when they do a refund, like your options are usually like, do you want a refund as a credit that you can use again to buy more
Right,
food,
right,
or do you
right.
want to refund it to your card? But that's going to take like 3 to
Take a
5
cup.
business days.
Yeah, I know it
So I'm like,
is.
that sucks. It's like,
Yeah, that sucks.
I want my
You
money
know,
now, and I don't want it in a credit.
exactly, exactly. They're never going to give it to you like that because it's all
No,
digital. You
right?
can't in the digital age. You just can't push that money. They'll take the money that quick, but they won't
Oh
give it
yeah.
back that quick.
Nope, nope. They're like, oh yeah, that'll be added to our list of
Right,
outgoings.
right,
Okay.
right.
Um, so, all right, here's the big thing about delivery apps.
Okay, all
Ghost
right.
kitchens. Ghost kitchens. Now,
Ghost
we were
kitchens.
talking about this before. Ghost kitchens, if
Yes.
people don't know, Ghost Kitchen is it's a fake restaurant. It's a delivery only restaurant that's on these apps.
Right.
That comes from another restaurant that makes their own food, and they make this ghost kitchen food that gets delivered out to you. So, case in point, um, Pasquale's Pizza and Wings.
Yes.
What is
Yes.
Pasquale's Pizza and Wings? That is
It is.
Chuck E. Cheese.
Yep.
Charles
Yep.
Entertainment Cheese.
Yep.
It's like, okay. I'm like, sure, why not?
So I looked this up, okay, when we were talking about this yesterday a little
Yeah.
bit. I
Right.
looked this sucker up and I
Mhm.
was reading it off to you. The article that I was reading off to you, it sounded, I mean, the way the article was, it's like, hey, we're going to
Incredibly
teach you how to
positive and
start a
glowing. Yes.
business. And
Mhm.
it was very positive influence. And I got to
Mhm.
say, Jay, what's wrong with that? What's wrong with doing something like that? I mean, the way they spun it like, hey, you're starting your own business. You can make your little ghost kitchen, which means you can rent out your own little space and make a little name for yourself.
Mm,
Buy this little ghost kitchen there and get your own stuff and your own ingredients or whatever the case may be. Whether or
mm,
not you just grabbing it from frickin' McDonald's or if you're grabbing it from Fuddruckers or
yeah.
Chili's or Applebee's or
Mm.
whatever, what's so wrong about that?
Well, I think that the people that are really doing these ghost kitchens are usually restaurants that are just trying to make more extra money on the side. They're not trying to create a new
Okay.
business. They're using existing ghost kitchens that are out there, and the ghost kitchens that are started brand new as brands are usually by people like Mr. Beast, because Mr. Beast Burger is a very well known ghost kitchen. He doesn't have restaurants. He has other restaurants prepare his food for him. So also like locally in this area, I can think of one. There's an Italian restaurant that makes hamburgers as a ghost kitchen.
Are
It's
you kidding me?
yeah.
Okay.
Do I
Well,
want?
okay. And
Yeah.
okay. So I don't see a problem with an Italian kitchen making a hamburger because again, it's outside the norm for you, if you will. I don't
Mhm.
see that being a big deal. But
Not a huge deal, but the
what's what,
quality, the standards aren't the same.
well,
I
what do
would
you mean
think.
by that? Well, hang on a second now. So
Hmm.
I know of an Italian restaurant here locally that every Monday night they serve
Hmm.
a certain kind of meatball, and it's a delicious freaking meatball. It
Sure,
really is.
that is their own
It's mixed
product. Yes.
It is mixed with three different kinds of
Hmm.
meats and stuff like that. It is fabulous.
Hmm.
It's not cheap. It's fabulous though,
Hmm.
and I would highly recommend it to anybody that's in the area. But I'm not going to give the name out because we don't want to do that.
Why?
So, all right, fine. Aldo's Restaurante in
There you go.
Virginia Beach. Oh God,
Yeah,
it's so freaking
they would
good.
give out
Their
names.
meat,
Yeah.
the meatballs are so delicious, man. It is so freaking good.
Mm.
It's like, oh, it's to die for. They make it with three different kinds of meats. It's absolutely fabulous. Who's to say that they could do a ghost kitchen and turn that meatball into a burger
Hmm.
and then
Yeah.
sell it out the back door? What's
Yeah.
wrong with that?
I mean, I
They're
think
still
that's
making
fine if
money.
they're using their own product to make it. I mean, for me, I don't know exactly how Ghost Kitchen works, but I'm pretty sure when they get a certain allotment of product that's pre-portioned out, and they send it out to these places, and it's kind of like an airplane meal, if you will. It's like, all right, here's the
Now
meal,
that
make
I
it,
would agree
send
with
it.
you. That's bull. That's bullarchy, and
Right,
they shouldn't be doing that.
right.
That's a scam in my
If
mind.
that if
That's a
that's
bit of
what
a
it is,
scam.
I'm not sure. I could be wrong. I mean, I
Okay.
don't know how Ghost Kitchen works, but that's what
But
I think is
this
happening.
is a serious situation
It's
though
a
that's been
problem.
occurring.
It's a real
Yeah.
problem.
So it is a real problem
Yeah.
because people are actually coming in and creating these kind of pseudo kitchens
Right.
saying that it's something delicious and then when they get the food they look at it like
Like this
I
is not what
just
I ordered.
I
Yeah.
just ordered IHOP.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. And IHOP also, by the way, going out of business. That's really
It
crazy.
is. I know.
Bankruptcy. Oh
Yep,
man.
declare bankruptcy. I
And
know.
Denny's.
Yeah, Denny's
Insane.
declared bankruptcy too, man.
Insane.
It's a
So many
shame.
bankruptcies. It's crazy.
Yep, I know.
Um but yeah, the way that you can prevent this issue with ghost kitchens is on these apps. They
Hmm.
have an address that pops up.
Okay. Okay.
Google the address. Google the address. If it's the name of the business that it shows, you got no problems. If it
Easy
says
problem.
something
Easy
else,
fix.
if it says a gas station, you probably don't want to order from there.
I don't know, man. I
So,
don't know.
uh,
Look, there was a gas station. I cannot remember the name of the gas station. I cannot remember the name of the restaurant, but it
mm,
was in Kansas City, Kansas. Now, there's a
okay,
Kansas City, Missouri, and a Kansas City, Kansas.
okay,
Those two are pretty much the same city. It's just
mm,
divided by the state line. All right.
okay,
I was out there for what they called Script Pro training years ago when I was with Rite Aid. Script
mm,
Pros were these automated pharmacy filling machines. All right, it's
mm,
robotics and stuff like that. A robotic
mm,
arm comes, picks up the drugs, and then drops it off on a little belt, and then it labels the vial, and then it spits it back out. Pharmacist checks it all, says, "All right, we're good to go," and keeps on going. Saves time on having to fill scripts, right? So
mm,
it's a pretty neat machine. I went there for 2 weeks. Okay, there was a restaurant for this place, okay, an actual restaurant, like not too far from where I stayed at the hotel.
yeah,
But our instructor said, "No, you're not. Don't go there. That place sucks.
hmm,
You want to go to this other place." And believe me when I say that this place is phenomenal, you got to go to this other place, dude. All right, so last day we are taking our test, and he says, if everybody finishes early enough, we're going to this place. We literally, and we all finish early. We drive there because everybody's heading out like around noontime or so. We're all booking out, getting our flights and everything. Most of the people are doing it on Friday afternoon or Friday morning. We are at a freaking gas station, Jay, a mom and pop goddamn gas station, and we are literally parked right in front of it. We can see, got the big old windows in there and everything. And he's like, "All right, this place opens at 11, so as soon as they open up, get in line." Well, we're there at like 10:15, and all of a sudden, it's like 10:30. We see people walking into the door and going to stand in line. I said, "Hey, there's people standing in line at this place." He said, "Go." From the minute they said go, I was probably sixth or seventh in line at that point to get my food. It's now 10:30 in the morning. I'm getting barbecue at 10:30 in the morning. They give you a big freaking bag of fries that I swear to God probably could eat. You could probably split it between two, if not three people. And I got burnt end sandwich, and I got a regular size sandwich. So it was like maybe like a 6-inch bun or 8-inch bun, something like that. They had a large size, which was like a 10-inch bun. That thing was freaking ginormous. And of course, this was, oh God, script pro time, probably early 2000s. I'd like to say maybe around 2010, 2008, 2010, something like that. Yeah. And by the time I paid for my food, had the food in hand, and turned around, the line was not just out the door, but it was out the door and already going around the building.
Jeez.
That's how famous this place was.
Okay.
And it was the best barbecue I have ever had. And to this day, I cannot remember the name of that barbecue place. So it can be a hole in the wall and still absolutely be phenomenal. So I'm not knocking it, but I agree with what you're saying when it comes to DoorDash stuff. Yeah. Hey, buyer beware. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, if you say, "Hey, let's order McDonald's," and you find the McDonald's here, and you happen to look online, and the McDonald's says that it's now at a gas station, yeah, I think you might want to question it.
Yep. I mean, it's yeah, I don't like to make big generalizations, but like with ghost kitchens, it's just that it's definitely what is that word? Caveat emptor.
Okay.
Yeah, buyer beware. Right.
Yeah. I agree. It seems kind of strange to me, man. I mean, I get people want to make their money. I understand that, but to dupe people into buying something, especially when you've got like Chuck E. Cheese going on, or or they literally say that it's Applebee's or something like that, and they just change their name.
Applebee's in the app is called neighborhood Wings.
What the hell, dude?
Yeah,
that's crazy. That's crazy. That sucks, man. I'm sorry. I think that's that now in that perspective, I think that's kind of shady. I do. I think that's wrong. And again, that just makes me not want to use those apps.
Yeah. Some people just call it like a marketing technique. I just call it being deceptive.
I think there is some deception involved in that. I do. Yeah. I can see a quote unquote marketing technique that's being involved in it. And again, like I said, when I read the article, I was like, okay.
Yeah, it was really positive and glowing. It's like, this is a good thing. It's like,
this is how you can start your business, And I'm thinking, okay, this could be something really cool to do. But they were actually touting, hey, find the space, and this is why this is it. And they kept on saying how it was different from brick and mortar. With a brick and mortar, you've got you've got to greet people. You've got a possible space that needs to be eaten. You've got to, receive the customers and stuff like that and take the order directly. Whereas this with the ghost kitchen, no, none of that is done. It's all digital. It's all online. Yep. You receive the order. It spits out on the receipt. You go ahead and run that order, and then you put it. It's almost like it's a back alley transaction, Yeah. Oh, hey, we're just going to sell it out the back door for you guys, And I'm like, oh, come on. But hey, if that's the way, now if a legitimate business wants to go through that process and try to get themselves a name for something like that, great, wonderful, okay. But if it's a place, I mean, I hate to say it, but like Windy City Pizza, which I will never eat again in my entire life, if they're trying to tout themselves as a whole nother pizza place at this point, and I was to go ahead and get duped and order that pizza, and next thing I know, I open it up and I'm like, oh crap, this is Windy City Pizza. Oh, believe me, I'll be online posting as much as I can to let them know. Yeah, this place is terrible. Don't eat. Don't go there. Don't eat it. It's
Hmm.
not good. But that's just me. So yeah, I get it, man. That's wow. I mean, so
Hmm.
with this ghost kitchen stuff that's being created, though,
Yeah.
what aside from finding out online and doing your search
Right.
and seeing where it is on Google Maps, is there any other way that you can like report it or anything like that without actually getting the food from them?
Hmm. Reported without. Hmm. I mean, you can. It shows on the DoorDash app. It shows you the address before you even order, so you could definitely do the
Okay,
research beforehand. But yeah,
right,
you definitely have to do the research before you. Like, it sucks that you have to do this at all because like Joe Schmo, who's on this app, is not going to do all that research. Straight up, they're not.
sure,
They're going to
sure,
look and they're going to see, oh, that looks good, and they'll order it, and then they'll be disappointed when they get it because again, the standards and the quality that is in a ghost kitchen, sadly, is not what you would get from a restaurant making their own recipes
right,
and their own product.
right.
It doesn't.
Absolutely not.
So,
It sounds like it's going to be disgusting in some ways, but in other
I
ways,
mean,
who knows? It
it's
could be
probably
good.
not disgusting. I mean, I've had from ghost kitchens before, and
You
usually it's
have.
just yeah. I've had there was a chicken tender restaurant that showed up, and
Okay.
the order was very small. Portion wise, it was very small. I
Oh,
was like,
wow.
this is
Okay.
yeah. It came from restaurant name redacted. They do their own recipes and stuff.
Okay.
Fantastic. Their own menu is great. This fake chicken restaurant they have, it was okay at best, but the quality, the portion size, the quality was like average. It was like something I would expect from a fast food place. But the prices that they charge for that place, I mean, restaurant name redacted. Just the ghost kitchen part of it is just a letdown. It's just not what
Sure.
I would
And
expect.
see, that's another thing too that I kind of also think might be right or wrong. I don't know, but I mean, that's another thing that pops in my brain here just now is quality. When you go
Mm-hmm.
through DoorDash and you go
Mm-hmm.
through some of these other restaurants in here, the could the quality or I guess I guess where I'm trying to get to quantity
Mm.
could also be a factor that's involved with this as well.
Yep.
For
Yep.
example, you order something through DoorDash, you order it online, and that sucker all of a sudden is supposed to be 5 chicken strips, and they deliver 4. You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah. And then is someone going to go to and count? I mean, like, I mean, is the average person? You have to think about this in terms of the average person that's ordering on these apps. Because
right,
like me, I'm very meticulous, and like if I spend my money, I'll make sure I'm getting what I pay for. The
right.
average Joe is probably not going to do that. They're just going to open it up, make sure they have what they have, that they got their order, but they're not going to go through and count every chicken wing or whatever and every
Well,
chicken nugget. I don't think they would.
I don't know. I mean, I guess it all depends on my mood. I mean, I know there's times before where
Yeah.
I've ordered some fast food before back in the day, and they got my order wrong. I asked for a burger
Yeah.
and I asked for it a certain way, and it
Right.
doesn't come that certain way. Do
Yep.
I take it back or do I not take it back? I mean, hey, it's up to me if I want to do that. And sometimes I'm like, you know what, the heck with it. I can take off the other condiments that I didn't want and just
Hmm.
keep on going about my day. It's not that big of a deal. Or I could be just in the right mood and be like, nah, bro,
Yeah.
taking this sucker back. And I drive my happy ass back up there
Right.
again. And I'm like, y'all made my food wrong. Y'all
Right.
need to correct it. You know,
Right.
a perfect example for me outside of DoorDash was Freddy's. Oh man, Freddy's. I
Hmm.
cannot stand Freddy's, dude.
I like
Sorry.
Freddy's. I mean, I guess the
I
one that's in your area you don't like, but the one that I went to on like was it Lynn Haven? That one's perfectly
Yeah,
fine. Location redacted.
they screwed
Yeah.
up my order twice on two separate occasions, and we're basically eating half cooked burgers. And I'm
Hmm.
like, y'all got to get a new cook or something because
Hmm.
it ain't happening. At that point, we're done with Freddy's. Sorry. And they gave us a gift card for it all. I wound up giving it to our coworker, and he went to Lynn
Hmm.
Haven. It was like, man, that was great. Thanks so much.
Yeah.
If you want to get screwed up food again and get a gift card, let me know. I'll take it from you. Yeah. Don't think
Yeah.
so, man. But I digress. We're getting off topic a little bit, but so
Well, I mean, you're kind of getting off topic, but that also like that brings into another area of discussion. Like for restaurants overall, it's a big reliance on people not to mess with your food. Like just like I don't know these people from the person on the street. Like it's just you're relying on these people that you don't see to just make your food, bring it to you. There's a lot of that just assumption of like people are going to do what you expect them to do. It's that whole thing of like do things in a way that you would want to be treated.
Right, right.
You know,
You want them to be able to treat you
right,
like you wish to be treated as far as
right,
that's concerned.
and that's a lot of
Clearly,
trust. A lot of trust.
clearly you have not seen the movie Waiting.
Oh yeah, waiting. Yep.
Yeah, you
Sure.
remember that movie? Yeah, you
Yeah,
remember
yeah,
Waiting with
yeah.
Ryan Reynolds and
Yep.
Justin Long, and
Was
I
that
think it was
scene with the
Anna
hamburger? Is that what it
Faris.
was?
Oh no,
Yeah. No, it's a steak.
it was a steak, man.
That's
Yeah.
right. Yeah.
Oops.
The special
Yep.
sauce. Yeah.
Yep. The special sauce, baby. And
Oh
it had, oh
God.
my God, what was his name? Luis Guzman
Oh
and
yeah.
Dane Cook.
Dane
He was the
Cook.
cook in the back.
Oh
Yep.
man, Dane
Yep.
Cook. I
Mm-hmm.
remember
Yep.
him.
Yep.
He's gone. He's canceled, man. There ain't
Yep.
nothing you can say about Dane Cook anymore. But he used to be
Nope.
really funny. But yeah, that
He
movie.
was.
Hmm. Yeah, that movie.
Ever since, yeah, exactly. Anybody who hasn't seen that movie, Waiting,
You
yeah,
need to see it. You
okay.
probably want to see
Mm-hmm.
it, and you'll be disgusted. You'll be like, oh.
You're going to think twice about sending your food back. That's all I'm saying.
Yep.
But at the same time, it can open you up to that reality. There are some places that are
Hmm.
not necessarily kosher, so to
Yeah,
speak.
yeah. I
But
have a friend from like the old days that used to work in the same company we work in.
right, right.
He was also a wrestler.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Like there's this one gig that he did that they paid him in food because they didn't have actual money, and it was like a
Wow.
carnival or like a fair or something.
Uh
So they're
huh.
like, so they said, all right, let's go get our free food. I said, okay. So they ordered their food, and then like they were going to sit down, and then they turn and look at the cook. He's just scratching his ass.
Oh
It's like,
God.
I don't want that food anymore.
Oh God. Yeah. No, I don't
Yep,
think so. Not at
yep,
all.
yep.
Not one bit.
That's
Mm-mm.
again that's that
Oof.
trust that just gets broken, and you just I don't
I mean,
know.
look, you're always at risk for any restaurant
You
that you
sure
go
are.
into, and it happens. I mean, the only way you're not gonna be at risk is if you cook your own food and you do it the way that you feel is
Right,
sanitary, if you will, and
right.
that's the only way you're gonna do it. And I get it, things happen. You can get a
Things
hair in
do
your
happen.
food. Okay, a
I've
hair
gotten
can
that
get your food.
before. That
A
sucks.
fly in the food, that does suck too.
Yeah,
Things like that can happen.
yeah.
And you know what? It all depends. What really makes the place stand out is how they handle it.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. If they handle it in a
The customer
professional,
service, right?
courteous manner,
Hmm.
good customer service,
Yes.
apologize, remake the food for
Hmm.
you, take it off the bill, whatever the case is,
Hmm.
then you know what? Great, not a problem, because accidents happen.
Accidents
Okay.
do happen.
Okay. I got no problem with that. But it's whenever the customer service goes out the freaking window once that occurs. Well, what do you want us to do about it? Well,
Hmm.
guess what? I don't want you to do a damn thing about it, buddy, because I'm never coming back here. I'm
That's
sorry.
right. That's right. A customer that's pissed off won't leave a bad review. Usually, they'll just not come back. You
I
have to be
left a bad
really pissed.
review. I
Yeah.
left a bad review, and I walked out of a place. It was Windy City Pizza. I've talked about it before.
Right.
We
Yeah.
went in there we went in there to with my mom. We had just
Hmm.
sold her car, and we were hungry, so we went to Windy City. I figured that'd be a good place to try it, Chicago-ish
Hmm.
kind of pizza. I really liked their thin crust pizza. It was good. I never stayed there. I went there once
Hmm.
to actually eat. It was always takeout, and their takeout has been meh over the years. I mean, it was okay. I never really had too much of a hiccup. Like I think twice I had to take the food back. Like one time I had to take it back because literally like the stuff was halfway slid off the pizza inside the box. And I'm like, okay, I don't drive like Mario Andretti on my way home. I live
Hmm.
5 minutes from this freaking place, if you will. It's not that big of a freaking deal. And so, I take it back and it takes them 45 minutes to make me another pizza. Now, it's not a Chicago deep dish. It's a flatbread pizza. And I'm like, okay, whatever, guys. And I'm waiting and
Hmm.
waiting and waiting. And I'm thinking to myself, geez, this guy's taking forever. Well, this time we go to sit down. I go to sit down. The lady brings the menus, and that's it, Jay,
Hmm.
for 20 minutes. We are not even acknowledged. Nobody came and said, "Hey, we'll be right with you." Not even a hello, a goodbye. We'll be right with you. Can we take a drink order? Nothing. And after 20 minutes, I was fed up. I said, "The hell with this." I said, "Let's go." We went across the street to another pizza place, had a great pizza over there, and just let it go. But I mean, it was just so frustrating that while I was at the other pizza place, I actually put in a review for that. I did because I'm sorry. Customer service is something that needs to be said in places.
Yes.
And as an upset customer, I should have said something to them right then and there about it and just said, hey, I should have said something to them directly. But I had been there enough where I knew that the manager, to me, didn't really care
Yeah.
because I've been there before. I've interacted with them before, and I could tell it's just a job for them. It's not a career,
Yeah.
and that's unfortunate. It's
Yep.
unfortunate, but maybe it is a career for him. I don't know, but the way I interpreted her, it was just a job.
Yep.
She wasn't concerned. She looked at it like, you know what, I'm just here,
Right.
type thing.
I mean,
And
that
I was
goes
just
to
like,
like the whole Gordon Ramsay, like kitchen nightmare stuff. A lot of times, these people like they fall out of love with the job. Like
yeah,
they start with a lot of enthusiasm. And they're like, yes, I'm gung ho about it. It's my business. I'm going to take care
right,
of it. But then
right.
they lose that passion.
They become complacent.
Right? They become complacent. Yes,
Yep,
and
absolutely.
that's what's happening with that person. Maybe.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And you know what? I've been there. I
Yeah.
became complacent when I worked for Rite Aid.
Mm.
I did everything I needed to do for Rite Aid, man. I worked blood, sweat and tears for that company
Mm.
for many years. And towards the end, I did get complacent.
Complacent and being stuck in a rut.
Yeah, but at the same time it paid
Mm.
well. It
True.
paid well. It was and
I
I was
mean,
happy.
that's the point of any job is to make a paycheck, man. That's,
Yeah, I
no one's
get
doing
it.
it for free.
No, no, exactly.
Yeah,
But yeah, so it is what it is on that
yeah,
part, and I did become complacent and I realized
right.
that. And you know what? I had to find that fire again. I need to go and enjoy what I do again. And I
Hmm.
found that. I found that. And
Yep,
that's one of the reasons why I'm here. I'm
yep,
doing this podcast with you because I found something that I'm passionate about again,
yep,
you know? And
yep. Something to
we
pep
want to
up
do
the
this.
to give the life a little bit more pep, a little pep in your step,
Put
buddy
some more
boy.
sauce in the gumbo.
Sauce in the gumbo. Okay, sure. Hey, man, if you feel complacent, maybe you want to try a delivery app and be a door dasher. I
No,
don't know.
no.
Hey, man, gotta do
Look,
that side hustle. Everybody's trying to do a side hustle.
so I know of two people that did delivery driving for DoorDash.
Hmm.
And one of them did it because it fit her lifestyle. Because she had I don't think it was narcolepsy. It
Mm.
wasn't narcolepsy, but it was something like that, where she had bad sleeping habits, if you will.
Okay.
And I can't think of the right term for it, and I apologize for it. But she had issues with her sleeping habits and whatnot, and
Mm.
that fit her very well. And she could make decent money off of it. She told us, she does okay. It pays. She's like, her answer was, it pays the bills, type thing,
Sure.
and that's all fine and good.
Yep.
And I don't know if she still does it now because she moved all the way out to Nevada. But if she's still doing it now, you know what? Then
Mm.
clearly it's okay for her. She's doing all right with that. That's fine.
Yeah.
Another girl that I knew about that was doing it, I don't know a whole lot about how that worked out for her as far as DoorDash was concerned. But it was my nephew's wife, which is they're now separated. And I'm not saying bad or good things about her, but I
Mm.
don't know a whole lot about her in that regards. But from what I gathered, she didn't do very well with it.
Mm.
It was not as easy of a job for her to be able to do it
Yeah.
versus some others. So,
Yeah.
but again, I've read articles where people that did DoorDash have done quite well for themselves.
Yep.
And you know what? Go for it, buddy.
Right. I
Make
only
make that
know
money.
I only know so much about that DoorDash end because, like, I've talked to a couple people who've done it also, but like,
Right.
you definitely have the option to, you choose your own hours, right?
Right.
And then
Right.
you use your own vehicle, which is a
Right.
little questionable because then they don't
Yeah.
pay you for your gas, not really anyway. I think it's like pennies on the dollar kind of thing.
Right,
But then,
and in the state of Virginia, you can't write that off as a tax deduction
right,
or as a tax write off anymore. You used to be able to do that years ago, where
hmm
for work purposes you could write off certain things, certain expenses and whatnot for your vehicle
right,
because of the fact that you were using it for work purposes. You
yeah.
can't do that anymore in the state of Virginia.
Yeah. But then the other
Anyway,
thing too is like you when you take these orders, I guess you can sort of tell if you have to go upstairs or not because then it'll have like an apartment building number.
I
But like that's the
guess I don't
part
know.
that would suck is like you get the order and you have
Sure,
to go up like a whole flight of stairs. Like what if their
right.
elevator's not working? You don't know. You can pick and choose, but if you start doing the order, I think you have to complete it. I don't think you can just stop. Once you have someone's
Yep,
food, you just have to complete the order. Well, will do it for our segment on topic of the week for delivery apps.
yep.
When we come back, it will be time for Would You Rather. We'll see you soon. Would you rather? There's a mom and pop bookstore in Williamsburg that has a fantastic selection of books in general, but the one that caught my eye is a coffee table book titled Would You Rather? The Outrageous Book of Bizarre Choices, written in 2001 by Workman Publishing. I'm going to flip through the pages and we will find out which choices we would indeed rather. All right, so first thing for Would You Rather. Here's our first options. Would you rather eat a dozen raw eggs, shell and all, or four
Oof,
raw potatoes?
oof. That's wrong on both
I
ends.
know.
Wow.
See, this reminds me of like the four raw potatoes. That reminds me of this news story. I will probably do it on the stupid news thing. I don't know. We might not because we're going to talk about it now. It was a guy. It was a guy who was with his wife, and he'd been abstinent for like I don't know, a decade or something. And
Holy shit.
they asked him how do you do it, and then he's like, oh, whenever I have
The urge.
the urge to merge, um, I I
The
eat.
urge to purge.
Yeah. Oh gosh. No. 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 I eat a whole raw potato.
Oh my god.
Like, how many potatoes? You just have a bag of raw potatoes ready to go just to eat? Anyway,
I mean, wow.
yeah,
Okay.
I remember seeing that story.
Well,
And,
all right. All right. Let's get fair here. I mean, because
yeah,
some potatoes are harder than others.
yes.
Just in case you didn't know that, Jay.
Oh, I mean, I don't typically go to the grocery store and pinch potatoes, but sure, I'll take it.
Oh, okay. Uh-huh. Yep.
Yeah, a dozen raw eggs, shell and all, or four raw
I
potatoes.
I'm gonna go with the dozen eggs because
Raw eggs?
the raw eggs. I'm gonna go
Oh
with the raw
dear.
eggs
Oh dear.
simply because I mean I know there's a whole what is this? Not is it salmonella or something like that or something bad that could happen from eating the raw eggs? Maybe I don't know.
Mm,
Um, no, I go with the raw eggs because I can at least chew on those shells and they can get finely grained or something like that.
mm.
I can take care of that. But a raw potato, that's pretty nasty, and depending on the potato, it can be extremely hard. What do you do? What about you?
I don't know. I mean, I was going to go with the raw potatoes because not saying you can't use something to break them up. You could still chop them up or something. They're still raw. It's not saying
Sure,
that you
sure.
can't do something else with them.
Slice them and dice them. Yep.
Yeah, you
You're
just
gonna love
can't
my
cook them.
nuts.
Oh gosh,
The slap chop.
slap chop.
Just slap
Yeah,
chop it.
you found this camera guy. All right. Well, please try my product.
That's right.
Please try my product.
Oh,
Four whole raw
God.
potatoes, so you
Four
don't
whole
have to
raw
have
potatoes.
sex.
That's right. No, I think I'll have sex. Thank you.
Oh no, but you haven't tried the potatoes.
Yeah, I
There's
know because they're raw.
Yeah, right. Raw, like Monday Night
No.
Raw. Yeah, sure.
Hey,
Um,
hey, I love Monday Night Raw
Monday Night
back in
Raw.
the day.
Back in the
Back
day,
in the day,
sure.
Stone Cold Steve
Sure.
Austin.
Yeah.
Oh
Eddie
man.
Guerrero.
Yeah, man. Eddie
Yeah.
Guerrero, The
The Rock.
Brood, the Hardy
Yeah.
Boys, The
Yep.
Rock. Oh,
hmm
so good back in
I
the
used to
day,
be
man.
really into wrestling back in the day. I mean, I'm sure it's
Yep.
still good now, but it's just like,
It's not bad. I've been trying to get back into it. My cousin keeps telling
Oh,
me
okay.
that I got to get back into it. That it's really, really good. And I'm like, okay. And I've watched a couple of episodes, and I'm just like,
Mm,
it's all right. And
okay.
I really want to keep up with it because it's something that my cousin, something to talk about with my cousin and stuff, and it's cool. But
Yeah.
I can't do it. I don't know why. I just can't do it.
It's all a performance. It's not fake.
Oh, it's
People
not
keep saying it's
fake.
fake. It's not fake.
It's
It's
it is
rehearsed,
rehearsed, but that stuff, no, that's not fake. No.
but it's not fake. That
Oh
you can
yeah,
actually get
most
hurt
definitely.
in that stuff. We should probably make that an episode also, just talking about
Yeah.
wrestling, because I mean we don't have current wrestling knowledge, but I mean I know a lot about the
Right.
Japanese wrestling stuff, where the
Right.
Japanese wrestling scene completely different from American
Right.
wrestling. It's really crazy. But anyway,
Yep.
we'll get into that later.
Yes.
Next topic. Next, would you rather? If your life depended on it, have to keep a hula hoop going for 5 minutes without stopping, or have to pogo stick for 100 yards without
Both of
stopping at
them, you
all?
have to get your life depended on it, right?
Yep, if your life depended on it.
Wow. I used to be really good at pogo sticking. So I'm going to have to go with the pogo. Oh, man.
I've never
I
pogo
actually did,
sticked.
man. My neighbors had a pogo stick,
Mm,
and I practiced and practiced and practiced. And I could
mm.
actually pogo down the street, down into the cul-de-sac and back again with the pogo stick. I could do that. But it's been a long, 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 long time. But hey, they say it's like, like riding a bike. You never forget, right? So it's all about center of gravity and everything, right?
Sure.
So hopefully I can find that right gravity
Yeah.
and not
I have a low center of gravity because I got a. I don't. It's not a beer belly. It's like I don't know, a fried food belly.
fried rice belly.
I do have yeah, a fried rice belly, a chicken
Yep.
belly.
Too much lumpia, right?
Um, yeah,
Hey,
yeah. Hey, man,
hey,
got
I got
Lucky's in
Lucky's in
there.
mine. Don't worry about it.
Um, yeah, you got lucky.
I gotta go with the pogo.
I would do the hula hoop. I mean, it's been a minute, but I
You
could
could?
hula
I
hoop
could not
back in the
hula hoop,
day.
so that's why.
I'd have to find a hula hoop big enough
Oh,
because
come
like the ones they
on.
sell now, like the ones in like the Dollar Tree, you can't do it with that. They're too small. You'd have to go to like get a
Okay,
proper
all
hula
right.
hoop. I don't know who sells hula
Amazon.
hoops. Dick's Sporting Goods.
I don't know, but I'm pretty sure if we sat there and watched the Ocho long enough, we'd see hula hoop competitions. And
Mm,
with the hula hoop competition,
okay,
maybe we could see the hula hoop commercials and figure out what professional hula hoopers
sure.
use.
Professional hula hoopers use Skip It.
Anyone that's a professional hula hooper listening to
So,
this
you
cast,
remember?
please let us know what brand of hula
No.
hoops you use.
Oh, that's such a niche. We're not going for that niche. I mean, we are great. Maybe we're in that market already. But no, I'm thinking about. You
Yes.
remember Skip It from
Yeah.
this was
Skip
probably
it.
the
Yep. Is
'90s.
that little skip thing that you used to have
Yeah,
to, it swung
yeah,
around, you put it on
yeah.
one ankle?
It goes
Yeah.
around your on
Yep.
ankle. Yeah, yeah. It has a
Yeah.
counter built in.
Could you do that?
I could do that, and also there's a thing that happened here in at least in
Okay.
the school that I went to, elementary school. They had this. It's called. Do you ever do tinikling?
Excuse you?
So you don't know
Uh-uh.
that.
Nope.
No, it's not. It's nothing. You don't. It's not behind closed doors. I mean, it could be, but
Were you in a
no,
Catholic
it's
church?
um, I am Catholic.
Yeah, I know
I'm
you're
not back.
Catholic. Were you in a Catholic?
Yeah.
You didn't go to a Catholic church. You went to an elementary school.
Oh,
So
I went to
Father Tinickle didn't
so
come near you, right?
no, 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 no,
Uh-huh.
no,
Father Tinickle
no.
called Tinickling, right?
Oh no, no, no.
Okay.
Anyway,
All right.
so tinikling, right? So it's a it's a Philippine game, I
Oh,
guess,
okay.
where you have these two bamboo sticks, right? I think
Okay.
it's bamboo sticks,
Okay.
and you have to like tap them on the ground, and then like you're doing it to a rhythmic fashion, and then
Oh.
there's like one person on one side, one person on the other, like two people that are holding the sticks, and you like go in and out of the sticks. Like it's kind of like a dance
Oh.
game.
Okay.
Yeah,
And they
yeah,
did that
we
in
had to do
elementary
that.
school?
Yeah, we had to do it for
Wow. Okay.
I don't know what they called it. It was like a little performance show. Like in elementary school, they had like the kids that would take the giant like parachute and like raise it up and sit on the edge of the
I remember
parachute
that.
thing.
Yeah, I remember
Yeah,
that.
we also had like the Mayflower, like where people did like the pole dancing stuff.
Oh, wow.
The pole
Okay.
dancing.
Well, then I apologize.
It's not pole dancing. These are kids. I'm talking about no,
Oh,
the
God.
little streamers on the maypole that
Okay.
you the maypole where you go like up and down, like you hold the streamers and go in a circle. We also had tinikling, which is just the bamboo sticks. I
Okay.
guess because
All right.
the community is a Filipino. There's a lot of Filipinos in the community.
Apparently so, and I apologize for
Yes, sir.
making the comment then, as far as that goes, because I didn't realize that it was a kind of a religious kind of thing, if you will, not necessarily religious,
I
but
don't know if it's religious. I don't know.
a
Cultural thing.
cultural game.
Yeah, sure. I mean, hey, you don't know. You don't know.
I didn't know. I
Anyway,
just thought Father Tinickle.
yeah, Potter to nickel.
I apologize if there's any Father Tinickles out there.
Sure. All right. So we answered that one. Next, um, would all right, we'll leave that where it is.
Yes, it is. Yes, we will.
Would you rather, in a 40-yard sprint in which your life depends on victory and you forfeit it if you start early. What?
What?
And having been told to start on 3 with no time for questions, use the count of 1, 2, 3, then go, or 1, 2, then start on 3. Okay, so if you had a 40-yard sprint that was life or death, and you get to choose
Between 1, 2, 3, go, or 1, 2,
or 1, 2,
3.
then start on 3. So it's just basically it's a question of like which is better, 1, 2, 3, and go, or 1, 2, then start on 3.
Okay, so this kind of brings me back to Lethal Weapon. You remember the series Lethal Weapon?
Yes,
Okay.
yes, Danny Glover.
Yeah, Danny Glover and Mel Gibson. Exactly right.
And Joe Pesci.
They had this exact same discussion. I believe it was in Lethal Weapon 2, because he was going to die on the toilet, right? And then
right.
Yes. So what did they do?
Pesci.
What did they do in that one? Do you remember what they did? I remember what they did.
No, I don't remember.
They went on 3. Like 3 is when they went. Yep, 1, 2, 3. Yep, that's how they went. So I would have to go with the infamous Danny Glover, Mel Gibson time. Go on 3.
I would do the on go. 1, 2, 3, go.
Really?
Because it's kind of like I relate it to the rock paper scissors, right? People don't. People are 2 camps. It's like rock, paper, scissors or rock, paper, scissors, shoot. I'm always a rock, paper, scissors, shoot guy.
Okay, well, you go rock, paper, scissors, shoot, but I go 1, 2, 3. That's what I did. We always went 1, 2, 3.
You didn't do rock, paper, scissors?
We were rock, paper, scissors. It was 1, 2, 3. Yep, that's what we did. Or I mean, depending on who it was, it might have been rock, paper, scissors, shoot. But I always did 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. That was what I was doing.
I can't see you right now, and it sounds like you're doing something.
I am, yeah.
All right. I'm hearing that noise. I'm like,
taking you back to good old memories.
Oh man, back in the day.
Yep.
Being in elementary school, doing tinikling,
That's the sound you hear with tinikling. Oh Lord.
Sure.
Okay.
Sure.
Well.
No.
Okay. No.
All right. Okay, so you're 1, 2, and then on 3.
Yes, sir.
1, 2,
I am.
Go.
Yep.
Okay. All right. To each their own. Next one. Would you rather have your nipple ring yanked out, or have to lift 20 pounds with your nose ring?
Oh my God! What?
That's pretty bad.
Okay, first off, I don't even think that you could lift 20 pounds with a nose ring in the first place. I don't know. And if that's possible,
I think your cartilage would go.
If that's possible, you know what? Mazel tov. Okay. But at the end of the day, you got a longer nose, but your schlong ain't longer, pal. I'm just saying. Wow.
So that's a nose ring or the nipple ring. So the nipple ring you yanked out.
So I would have to go with the nipple ring, ripping out the nipple ring. Yep.
Isn't that also going to rip out your nipple?
No, it'll heal. It'll repair. It can repair. It can still repair itself. I would hope. Besides, you're a dude anyway, so it's just a gland. I mean, it's not an active gland, anyways.
True. It's not something that's always being shown
for a guy, anyways. If I was a girl, well, too bad, so sad.
That sounds awful.
That would be horrible.
But a guy can wear a shirt and just covers it up. Your nose, if your nose goes,
yeah.
I mean, what are you going to do?
Reconstructive surgery.
Yeah, I guess so. Bleed profusely.
Exactly.
Either way, you're bleeding. You're bleeding profusely.
That's right. That's right. At least I can cover it up with the nipple.
Yeah. I guess I'll have to go with you then
All
on
right.
the nipple ring inked out. Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah, I don't want to lose my nose. I
No.
like to be able to smell things,
Exactly.
except for when there's a convention. I don't know if you've ever really gone to conventions, but man, there's always these people who like if you're in a hotel room and you're going to a convention too,
Yep.
like they give you free soap, water, towels. You can take a damn
That
shower. I
is
don't know what
so
the problem
true.
is.
Instead, they
I like
just beef up on the cologne.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, Axe. That's what I
Oh
remember from high
gosh.
school. Guys that would use Axe and say, "I smell good now." No,
Yeah.
you
No,
don't.
you
Now
don't.
you smell like Axe and
And an
musk.
ass.
Yeah, that's it. It's gross. It's
Yes,
disgusting.
absolutely. No, I agree, man. Even if
Mm,
you were a jockey or whatever, look, we would all sweat during PE. Okay, that's fine. And
yeah.
we never had time to change out to go take a shower, even when we were doing in
Mm,
PE. And they never provided towels for us anyway. So, and besides,
yeah.
I wouldn't want to shower with half those guys in that locker room, anyways.
Yeah.
Just say, and no offense to any of them, but I'm just saying, so they'll be snapping
Hmm.
towels and God knows what else. So no, mm-mm. If I stunk, I stunk. But at the same time, yeah, I get it with the conventions and everything else. Oh Lord, you're
Yeah.
absolutely right.
I
Absolutely right.
mean, going to the convention, I feel like I need to have like a little can of like Febreze or some disinfectant, just spray people down because it's
Well,
disgusting.
like just the training classes that we do down in Peachtree.
Oh yeah, no, we've heard plenty of stories. They've kicked people out for
Yep,
that kind of stuff. They
absolutely.
called their managers and said like, "Hey, your guy's not adhering to hygiene
That's
conditions."
correct.
I mean, you gotta, yeah,
Yep,
he's going back.
yep, absolutely.
All right, yeah, sure.
Yep.
There's two real good ones right next to each other, so we'll do this one first.
Okay.
Yeah,
Twins.
like I landed on page 200 and 201 of this book,
Okay.
and they're both real good. Would you rather have to suck all the ink out of a ballpoint pen,
Hmm.
or paint your tongue with trademark whiteout?
Trademark whiteout. Paint your tongue with
It has a
trademark whiteout.
it has a little R with the
Right,
circle
right, right,
because
right.
they had to
I
put that
got
in
you.
there
I
because of
got you.
brand.
So,
Anyway,
yeah, I would probably just say paint your tongue with the whiteout.
hmm,
Because as long as it's safe, as long as there's no safety, as long as there's no hazards, as far as
I
the
think it's
whiteout. Yeah.
non-toxic, right? Isn't
If
that
yeah, I
non-toxic?
have no idea. If it's non-toxic, sure, go ahead, no problem. If it's toxic,
Sure.
well, I think the pen is non-toxic.
Pen should be
Well,
non-toxic. I'm leaning towards the ballpoint pen.
I recall once, I think, where I had a pen in my mouth and I like chewed the end of it, and next thing I knew, I had a little bit in my mouth, and I was just like, "Oh
Hmm,
my god, what the heck?" It was like, "What did
hmm,
I do?" And it got, like it was like elementary school or something, me being dumb.
hmm,
And yeah, I made a huge freaking mess in like fourth grade, if I'm not mistaken. I think it was
hmm.
that Mrs. Claiborne's class, if as a matter of fact. Anyways,
Oh,
um,
okay.
but
Yeah.
yeah, no, I'm gonna say the whiteout. I'm
Okay.
definitely gonna say the
Yeah,
whiteout because
I'm
that's
going
gonna
with the
be
ballpoint
temporary.
pen.
That's gonna be temporary right there.
What do you mean?
Both
The
will pretty much.
whiteout showed the ballpoint pen.
That's true. That's true. That's true. But
You
it's a
can
lot
you can clean
messier.
that off too.
It's a lot messier with the
Sure.
ballpoint pen.
Sure.
That's good. That ink's gonna get everywhere. With at least with the
Yeah.
whiteout, I got a brush, man. I can just brush that right on my tongue, and then
That's true.
you know get some water and then get rid of it real quick with the
Yeah.
pen. That stuff, man. That stuff will just get everywhere. Well, you're trying to
Mm.
suck it out, so hey, go ahead, man.
Yeah.
Suck away.
I mean, hey, 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 hey. I don't know. All right. Next one. Would you rather? Oh, God. Lick the inside of a used toilet plunger,
What?
or or the inside of a football player's jockstrap.
Oh my god! What the
Those are both
fuck,
really
dude?
bad.
Oh my god! That's
Yeah.
oh my god. So that's really disgusting on both ends. I might have to say,
Yes, they
sir.
are. Yes, they
Yeah.
are.
Can I get a mulligan on that one, please?
I kind of don't want to answer either. I mean, I don't like either of those
I don't like
answers. I
either
don't
of them,
like
man.
either
I'm
of them.
sorry. I'm sorry. That's so
Um.
gross.
Oh boy. Yeah, it's
Oh,
nasty.
okay.
A toilet plunger, that's touching feces. That's
Yes.
touching urine,
Urine.
and
God
it's.
knows what
I
else.
mean, it's not saying it's your toilet either. But it's your
Oh,
toilet. I mean, it's still.
even
You
then,
have
come on.
guests
Oh
that
my
come in.
god.
It's still bad.
Oh yeah. Let me just use my
I,
toilet and my plunger. Have no.
yeah, do it right now.
No.
Do it right now.
No.
Describe every. No,
All right. Well, hang
no.
on. Hang on. Is it a recently
Oh,
used toilet plunger and it was a recently used jockstrap, or are they both dry?
Yeah, had they been cleaned
Well,
and then they're still used? I'm not
oof.
because it doesn't say they have to be straight off like you they've been used and then you pull it straight out and it's like all right, time to lick it. No, it could be cleaned and laundered, but you
If
know that
they
it
have
was
been
used.
cleaned and sorry, read it again. Let's just read it again.
Lick the inside of a used toilet plunger
Okay, used
or the
toilet
inside
plunger.
of yeah, or the inside of a football player's jockstrap.
Yeah, so I would assume that the jock strap was also used as well.
It
Yeah.
says you yeah.
Oof. Oh my god, dude. I'm gonna try for the safer of the two. I'm gonna answer it. I am. And
Hmm.
oh my god, please forgive me. No judgments here, but we're
Uh
having
huh.
to answer it. So I'm gonna say
Uh huh.
jockstrap.
I was thinking that too, the jockstrap, because at least the jockstrap, there's less chance of there being feces.
Really, really,
I
really.
mean, yeah, that's what I'm just saying.
That's
The
true.
toilet
That's true.
plunger,
That's true. It's
the
just
toilet plunger, you know, there's feces on
that's true. Although I will say, football player. There's a football player out there. His name is
there.
Mark Schlereth. He was a former football player. I think he played for the Raiders and like the Broncos, and I think he even
Mm,
played for the Washington Redskins back in the day when the Redskins. He actually
mm,
admitted to peeing on himself while he was out on the field
mm.
to give him a quote unquote advantage against the other players. He was an offensive lineman, if I'm not mistaken, and he would pee on himself because, well, when they start tackling and moving and everything, do you really want to have to touch that wet guy? So yeah.
I mean, yeah, I don't know. I'd still go with because at least the jockstrap again, like it's just. I mean, I don't know.
Jockstrap.
I mean, it's a hard choice. I think jockstrap is a better chance of being
Jockstrap.
less content.
Yep, jockstrap. Got to say
Less content.
jockstrap.
Yeah. So
God help us.
yeah.
Oh Lord. Oh.
Ooh. All right, we'll do one more. We'll do one more. Would you rather, after flirting with a cute store clerk, realize you had a slight string of snot stretching from your nose to your ear, or that after playing with your dog earlier, you had a tiny spot of poop on your cheek? I'm going with the dog.
Oh, I know
You
you
can
were
wipe
going with
that
the
crap
dog.
off.
Yes, you were going with the
I'm not
dog. Uh-huh.
embarrassing myself in front of a girl.
Oh
I'm not
Lord.
doing it. Can't do it. That's awful.
I knew you were
Oh
going to go with the
man.
dog. Of course, you're
Of
going to go with
course,
the
I'm
dog.
not. I'm not.
Who's to say you're not in
Like
public, though, man? Hold on a second. Who's to say you're not in public? Seriously.
public what for the dog with the
Yeah,
poop on the
yeah.
seat.
It's just, what if you're on the dog park or you're playing with the dog out in the field or whatever, and people are all around you? Oh, that's so adorable, and you're like, yeah, and you just look at them and they'll smile, and you got shit
Well,
on your face.
if I think that the girl is cute at the store, I mean, obviously that means that I think I have a chance. I think I can possibly get her number, whatever. I'm not going to risk that, so that's why I'm going with the dog poop. Because in that case, it's like probably some old lady with her kids, like, oh, what a cute puppy! Oh, what's that on your face?
Uh-huh, exactly.
Yeah, that's fine.
It's okay.
I'm good with that. I'm good with the dog.
Oh man, okay, yep. And then as soon as you wipe it off of your face onto your hand, you know the
Mm.
transfer right there is going to send you that smell. It's going to
Yes,
send that smell, and immediately you're going to
right,
be alerted. You're going to be like, "Oh my god, what
right,
did I do?"
right.
that
I mean,
means your
again,
dog's been
I
eating shit.
your dog. Yeah, that means your dog probably has intestinal problems. Needs to get to the vet. I mean, that's straight up. If it smells that bad, yeah. I mean, it's going to smell bad
Oh
regardless because it's
god,
poop. It's
your
poop.
dog's been eating shit, Jay. Your dog's been eating
Yeah,
shit. What can I say? Um.
yeah. So which
Oh my
one?
god. I'm just for hilarity purposes. I'm going to go with the hot chick and the snot. I
You're going
am.
with that,
Oh,
huh?
I'm totally going with that.
That's because you're married.
That's because
You
I'm
don't have
married,
a you don't
and
have you don't have
my inhibitions have gone out the fucking window long
right,
before we started
right.
this session. So
Okay, sure.
no, but no. Honest to God, you know what I think of with that same scenario? I think of There's
Hmm.
Something About Mary,
I know. I was thinking about that too.
and you know
How'd you
what?
get it up on the over the top?
Oh, you
oh,
got some hey, gel. Let me have some.
oh man. Oh god. How
Oh,
could she think that? How could she think
how
that?
could she
Didn't even
think
look
that,
like
man?
gel.
Right
Didn't even
on
look
the
like real
ear,
gel.
man. It was
On the
great.
ear.
So you know what? If Ben Stiller can do it, so can I.
Okay.
That's
Yeah, and
all I'm saying.
he still got there with Cameron
That's
Diaz.
right.
So more
He
power
still
to him.
got it. So you know what? If crazier things like that have happened, all you could do is, oh, it's just my new ring. It's just my new nose ring that's going to my ear. Did you like it? Yeah, I thought it was cool
Hmm.
too.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, a nose ring that can lift up 20 pounds right
That's
there.
right.
That's it.
Exactly. Yeah, the snot ring can lift 20 pounds,
Oh,
and so
oh,
can you.
gross. Please try my product.
Oh God, no! The snot
And
ring.
we got at some point we got to yeah. At some point we got to talk about the video professor. That's going to be another episode.
Yes,
Some
sir.
we as we talk, we just come up with new
That's
things.
right. That's right. Loving it.
All right.
Loving it. Absolutely. All right. One more.
Would you rather if you had to come up with $50,000 in 5 days to get a sibling out of jail? So would you try to steal that $50,000, or would you go to Vegas and try to win it?
Wait a minute. Read it again.
So I'll read it exactly as it
Yep.
says, but it's
Yep.
a little weird this way.
Yep.
Would you rather if you had to come up with $50,000 in 5 days to get a sibling out of jail, try to steal it, or go to Vegas?
Okay. So I have four sisters. Okay.
I
Um,
got two.
yeah, I have four. And one of them is a legit sister. The other three are stepsisters, and I
Mm,
love them all. Absolutely,
mm-hmm.
positively love them all.
Sure.
And if my sisters were listening to this right now, they would probably already say he would go to Vegas,
Hmm.
which I would.
Yeah.
I would so go to
Yeah.
Vegas.
Yeah.
I
I mean,
would.
I don't have the wherewithal to try and steal anything, so I would go to Vegas, try my luck.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't have the
Um.
smarts, man. I'm sorry, I just don't have the smarts to go
Yeah.
and steal something like that. I mean, and
Yeah.
look, we are in a business where money is close to us. Let's be fair.
That's true. That's true.
But even then, I already know, and I have a conscience. I do. I'm sorry, I got a conscience. There's no
Mm-hmm.
way that I'm going to be able to say I can get away with it and then like somehow, you know, uh, fix it in the end. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So yeah,
Yep.
I'm going to Vegas if I can.
I mean, the thing is about Vegas, though, like that I'm thinking like Vegas would take you quite a while because the odds are always in the favor of the house.
Yeah, man.
It's never in your favor. Whereas if you steal it, you know you're going to get it right then and there. I'm thinking.
Okay, so you want to steal it now?
I don't know. I don't like the concept of stealing. But again, if we're talking about like trying to, you know, well, it's not like the siblings really in danger. They're just in jail, right?
I
So
don't know. It doesn't say specifically, does it?
it doesn't say. It doesn't
Yeah,
say
I mean,
whether they're not. It's not like life and death. They're just in
all right.
jail.
If it's 50 grand, there's clearly you need the money. Okay,
Right.
fifty
Yep.
thousand. That's what it said. 50,000. So clearly
Yep.
they need the money. So let's put this back a little bit then and reverse it here for a minute here. So you need $50,000. You got to have it in 5 freaking days, or Joey the Grinch is going to come and whack your sister
Hmm.
because she's in debt for gambling, and you're just going to go gamble it yourself, you gambling sucker.
Hmm.
Or
Well,
you,
again, if life and death is on the table,
yeah,
then yeah, I'd have to steal it.
you'd have to steal it, huh?
Yeah, if I need it now, I'm going to get it now. I'm not taking the chances. There's too much risk involved with going to Vegas and trying to get it that way. If it's life and death, if she can wait and she can just hang out in jail for a little bit,
I mean, it
then
could
I'll go
be a
to Vegas.
procedure. She needs the 50 grand right now for a procedure, or
Yeah,
she needs the 50 grand
again,
now
life and
because
death.
she needs the 50 grand now, or she's going to lose her house or lose her
Yeah,
car or whatever the case may be.
sure.
Um,
It's all very it's all very heat in the moment type
sure,
stuff.
sure. So I guess either moment, yeah,
Yeah.
you'd go ahead and try to steal it. But if you try to
Yeah.
steal it, man, yeah, dude,
You open up a whole new world of problems.
yeah, exactly. More money, more
But
problems, right?
I think we both agree though that for us, family is always number one.
Absolutely. Family is number
I
one.
mean, you're doing things on your that we've talked about that you're doing that are family oriented,
Yeah,
and I'm doing my stuff too. They're
yeah,
all family
absolutely.
oriented. So
Absolutely.
yeah, all
So
right.
I agree.
Well,
I agree, but at the same time, would you try and sacrifice your life, your livelihood, your well-being for that of your
mhm.
family? Because let's be honest, man, we know. I mean, I know I'm gonna get caught because I always get caught. My mom will tell you
Right.
right out. She can tell when I'm lying. She could tell when I was lying when I was a kid. She could probably tell when I'm lying right now. So yeah, I mean,
Right.
she'd be like, "Nah, you're gonna get caught," type thing. I'm gonna have to still stick with Vegas because I'm too self conscious about the whole
Mm.
trying to steal and all that kind of stuff, man. I mean, I did it. I did it when I was a kid, and I got caught.
Mm.
And honest to goodness, I mean, I booked out of there and ran, and
Mm.
never looked back. And I'll be honest, I never stole again. Never stole again.
I mean, they always had those, pre-take one like things for like the pamphlets and the brochures.
Need a penny, take a penny.
Yeah, need a penny, take a penny.
Right, right.
I
Yeah,
think it's situational for me. If I had to, if it was life and death involved, then yes, steal it. If the sibling can wait in jail, it's not life and death. They're just hanging out in jail. Then sure, Vegas. That's my answer.
all right, that's fair.
That's my answer.
Okay, so
Sure.
you're not giving a final answer. I get it. That's fair.
I don't have a real answer for you
I
because I
know.
need to know more context. I mean, you need to know more context with most of these things. That's
Right.
the beauty of Would You Rather.
That's right. But again, we're just
Sure.
kind of going with the basics here. I'm going to say gamble. I'm going to try to
Yeah.
gamble it, and hopefully I can gamble it and win and come back with 100 grand. Be like, yeah, I got my 50 grand for you, girl. Plus, I made another 50 grand myself. Bye. No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't think I could get away with stealing because, like I said, I got caught when I was
Yeah.
a kid, and I felt horrible about it afterwards. Even though I had done it for like many times, many times. Used to steal candy out of the drugstore right around the corner, right around the corner from a movie theater, and then I would go
Mm.
movie theater hopping all summer long. I
And
pay.
then from that, you went on to work at Rite Aid. And
It's
how old were you? 39.
no.
Okay.
Well, last year, no.
Yeah. Shoot.
Yeah, I was movie hopping last year. No, I was about 12. I was about 12 years old.
Oh,
And
okay.
I had it's funny you mentioned that because I was seeing my mom over the weekend, and I mentioned that to her. She was like, "Are you kidding me? You used to steal candy?" And I was like, "Well, yeah." I said, "I wasn't going to pay for the candy." I had an allowance that gave me like $10 a week. I said, so I
Mm.
could get in the theaters for like $2, and then I would just movie hop all day long in the theater. So yeah, I brought candy with me. I brought like pack of Snickers and some Skittles and some
Yeah.
gum, and I just go and movie hop through the theater, and I'd be out of
I
there at
mean,
like 2, 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Why not?
now you're talking about movie theaters. Now that brings me to the whole thing of like, no one. Yes, you do buy the candy and the movie and the popcorn that's at the
Right,
concession stand,
right.
but who doesn't bring stuff also with them?
That's right.
Let's be real.
That's
Who
right.
doesn't stop at the Dollar Tree and buy
That's
some
right.
candy there and bring it in with them?
Except I went
You
ahead and
think?
stole it. And I got caught.
Yeah,
But I got
sure.
caught. I did. I
Yeah,
got caught, and I
yeah,
was like, "Oh my god!" And I got put in the office, and the manager or shift supervisor, whoever he was, stepped away from the office. And as soon as he stepped away, the door was open,
mm,
and I booked. I freaking ran. I ran out the
yeah,
back door. The freaking emergency exit siren started going off and stuff, and I
yeah.
ran all the way to the front of the building, grabbed my bike, and booked. And didn't go to the movies that
Mm.
day, and never went back. I never went back, and I never stole again. I mean, I learned my lesson right then and there because they were like, "We're calling the
Okay.
cops," and I'm like, "Oh
Yeah,
crap!
yeah. I don't.
Stupid thing!
I've been thinking about it.
Stupid thing!"
I still think I'm going to go with. Actually, I think I'm really going to go with the steal it option. Because again,
Okay,
there's too many. There's too much. There are risks involved with either, but
yeah,
the risk of like just losing all your money straight out for
yeah,
trying to gamble at a Vegas is just too much.
yeah. Well,
Because I think I'd want the sure thing.
yeah, I get it. I'd gamble it away, and if I lost all of it, then I would steal.
Okay, all right.
I mean, at that point, you got no choice.
And now it's time for this you call news. And with our first article, here's Mitch of Loopy and Lattes. Mitch.
Why, thank you, Jay. So, This lovely article of ours comes out of Pennsylvania, where a woman is desperately searching for a jacket she donated to charity after realizing she left a $2.5 million lottery ticket in the pocket. Mildred Simon Reluto, who's 76-year-old, said she purchased a ticket for a Pennsylvania Cash 5 drawing at a shop and save store in Murraysville in May of 2024. And 2 weeks later, she was surprised to learn that she had matched all 5 numbers. Pretty daggone good, right? She attempted to locate the ticket, but came to a realization that she left the ticket in the pocket of a jacket she donated to the Vietnam Veterans of America.
Hmm.
I was stupefied. There are no words. There's no expression. How can I get it back? She says. She attempted to track down the jacket, but soon learned that charity sends it to donations out across the country and even overseas, and they had no way of tracking the ticket. The Pennsylvania Lottery told her there was no way to claim the prize without the physical ticket in hand. And the ticket expires May 8th. She's like, what else can I do? Cry out loud and hope that something will happen positive on my end?
That is awful. You had a winning ticket, and then I guess it's going to a good, probably going to someone at the Vietnam Veterans of America, right? America. So it's going to a worthy
Yeah,
cause.
yeah, I get it. But if it's being sent to someplace overseas, guess what? The ticket ain't shit.
That's true. That's
The
true.
ticket ain't
But
shit. I'm
I'm
sorry.
assuming it's going to a local chapter here and then going to Vietnam. Or no,
Well,
Vietnam Veterans of America. It's not going overseas. It's staying here. It's the
well,
Veterans of
according to
America.
according to the article, it says that it could technically go overseas.
Yeah.
That's the
And
crazy part
yeah,
about it. That's
it
the
does
thing
say
that's
that,
really
yeah.
weird. Yeah, exactly. So I'm like, okay, really? Vietnam Veterans of America. So you need to tell me that some of your donations for the Vietnam Veterans of America goes over to Vietnam?
Well, wherever, just because someone is a veteran of the Vietnam War doesn't mean that they have to live in America, right? They could
I
live
guess
somewhere else.
not.
They could live in Japan. They could live in the Philippines. I don't know.
Sure.
Why not? Whatever.
Sure.
They're still a
That's
veteran
right.
of that war. But that
So
sucks
yeah.
for her, though, man.
Yep. So anybody that opens
Oh,
up that jacket, if you find a winning lottery ticket, can
yeah.
you give it back to Mildred, please? I mean,
Or
come
give it
on.
to us. We'll take it. And we can, and we can use it to buy the cookies
But
from Lady Chew. Uh,
but yeah, yes, Lady Chew, we still want you.
don't
We
want
still
those
want you, Lady
cookies.
Chew. But here's the other thing, Jay.
Mm.
You buy the lottery ticket and then you just leave it in your pocket. You
Yeah.
leave it in your jacket pocket. I mean, Jay, you bought lottery tickets before, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. All the time.
Okay. And what do you do with those lottery tickets?
I put them in my wallet. I don't leave it in
I
my
give
jacket
them to
pocket.
my wife.
Yeah, sure. You put it somewhere you know you're going to keep it and know where it is. It's
That's
a
right.
shame. I mean, maybe it was probably just a mistake. She just mistakenly forgot to put it
Clearly.
in there.
Well,
Obviously,
she is 76, so
she is.
there
I
is an
mean,
old factor involved in it. No offense to elderly people, but let's face
yeah,
it,
you do
as
misplace
we get
things more.
older,
Yeah, that's for
of all the
sure.
things I've lost, I miss my mind the most.
That reminds me. It's an ageist joke, but I saw this. It was a
Oh,
image. It was an
go for it.
image of these two old ladies, and I think they used on a greeting card. It said, I may have Alzheimer's, but at least I don't have Alzheimer's. That's so awful.
Oh,
Oh
that's
man,
wonderful.
it's a bad thing. Oh
That's
man,
wonderful.
it's funny though. They're
That's okay.
laughing.
So,
They're having a good time.
well, even when that happens, there's still some silver linings, and I can give you one. So
Mm,
my great grandmother, we called her Grandma Ray. She used to
mm,
stay at the Beshalom home when I was a kid,
mm-hmm.
and we used to go and visit her, and she would barely remember us.
Oh.
And it had been a couple of years since I had been there, unfortunately, and we went to go visit her one day, and
Mm,
she suffered from dementia, so she really didn't know who we were. And
mm,
my mom went into the room, had to get her laundry, and there she is just sitting there. And she just kind of stared at us blankly. And my
mm,
mom's like, I got to at least say hi to her. And I was like, yeah, go ahead, say hi to her. She's like, hi, Grandma. I'm
mm,
your granddaughter. And she
mm-hmm.
says, oh, I'm blessed. And she was like, how are
Mm.
you? She's like, I'm doing wonderful. Thank you. And she looked at me and she says, is he mine too? She said, that's your great grandson. She's like, I have a great grandson.
Oh,
Oh, I'm even more blessed.
oh,
I
oh.
mean, how can you not love something like that?
That's
You
great.
know,
But in a way,
you
it's
know,
heartbreaking. It's like every
it's
time.
heartbreaking, but at the
Yeah.
same time,
Ooh.
she's never we went back in a week later to put the laundry back, if you will. It was the same scenario all over again.
Mm.
And it's heart wrenching, but at the same time, it's also kind of heartfelt as well because,
Yeah. Every time it's a
she
new experience,
every time.
she sees you.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, oh wow, that's awesome. That's a nice thing.
Exactly. That's a
Yeah.
nice thing. Exactly.
Yeah.
So, anyways,
But
I digress.
$2.5 million though. Like
Yeah.
after taxes, you get 500,000.
No, come on. That's not
That's
true.
it.
Of course,
That's all you get.
I don't know what Pennsylvania does,
I don't
but
know.
still, it's not that bad.
Oh
Come on,
man.
Jake. It's not that bad.
It no. She gets some. She'll probably clear a million, right? Yeah.
Oh, dude. Typically it's about half, so you should
Yeah.
get about what 1.2,
Yeah. 1.25.
1.25
Yeah.
if you want to be
1.25.
exact. I don't know,
Sure.
roughly, give or take. It all
Yeah.
depends on how much the
I
government wants to take out and the state wants to take out, and then you got
yeah.
to pay for it.
We feel for her, man. That sucks.
Yep, but yeah,
It's what it is.
that ticket's gone. That ticket is
Yeah.
flat out
That
gone.
ticket's gone.
And if by chance somebody was to find that sucker
Yeah.
and still be in the state of Pennsylvania,
Yeah.
do you really think they're going to turn that into her?
Well, I mean, she's gonna find out one way or another when someone redeems it, and it says, "Hey, somebody showed up with the ticket and they redeem it." And it's like she can't claim it.
That's true. That's
What's she
true. She
gonna
can't
do?
claim it. I know she can't. I don't know, but I mean, she's already got the numbers written down. It's an article here, so technically, I guess
Yeah.
she could defend herself.
Yeah. That would
But
be a lawsuit. Yeah. That would be that'd be a lawsuit.
clock is ticking, man. She's
Yeah.
got less than a month at this
Yeah.
point.
I
So,
hope it turns out well for her. I hope they find it.
yep. So that's it for Article One. How about Article Two, Jay?
Well, Mitch, Article 2 is titled Student Finds Scorpion Crawling Inside Sheen Parcel. So this is from October 11, 2024, and it's actually based out of the UK. So a student got more than she bargained for when she opened a clothing parcel from fast fashion firm Sheen to discover a live scorpion. I thought it was a toy, and then it moved, Sophia Alonso Mossinger said, adding it had been pretty scary. With the help of her flatmates at the University of Bristol, the venomous invader was moved into a tub before being collected by an expert. China-based Sheen said it had conducted an internal investigation and had confirmed that all standard operating processes have been adhered to. The electrical and electronic engineering student said, "I unzipped the outer packaging and saw something move, and it was like, what's this?" After realizing it was a scorpion, the customer re-zipped the bag containing a pair of boots, got it out of her room, and called her flatmates. Uh, her flatmate said that she heard her roommate screaming, and that there was a live scorpion in a bag on her boots. So they said, at first, I'll be honest, I said we should kill it, and then everyone pointed out that wasn't the most humane thing, so we scooped it up and put it in a Tupperware. So I would just kill it, but I mean, they scooped it up and put it in a Tupperware.
Yeah, that fucker'd be dead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I don't know why you try to keep it. I mean, hey, they're really nice people. So
Yeah,
another
scorpions are very
flatmate,
nice people, Jay.
yeah, no, I mean these people, the people
I
that were
know, I
taking
know.
care of this package, are like, all right. So Oliver James, another flatmate who was studying zoology, transferred the scorpion into a plastic container with kitchen tongs. They tried to call the RSPCA, but then they realized it was more up to the National Center for Reptile Welfare, and someone showed up in a couple hours to pick it up. They said the sting would be medically significant, potentially life-threatening, but an average adult
Right.
would just have a really bad day. And apparently it's also the second one that they had in a month that came in through a package. The second time. Like
So
what?
is it the second time from the same company?
I don't know. Apparently, I mean, it doesn't say from the same company, but just from someone's delivery. I'm guessing just the
So is somebody
delivery
like
journey.
intentionally putting these scorpions inside these packages and then
I hope not.
resealing them?
That is horriifying. If
That
that's
would
the
be
thing,
horrible.
that is horrible. That's like you remember that story that was out there a while ago, the Tylenol killer or whatever, the one that was like in
Tylenol
the
killer,
80s.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're opening up the capsules. That's why they invented the new capsules because
Yeah.
like people
That's
can
right.
open the stuff up. Yeah,
That's right.
that's like is that what this kind of
That's
is?
horrific.
That's
Yeah,
horrible. Like
that
I've
is
ordered stuff
crazy.
online, I've never had that problem. God
Yeah, I've never
forbid.
had a scorpion in my.
God
I've
forbid.
never had a scorpion inside of my
Yeah,
package before.
but it's
But
just
then again, I don't know. I'm assuming they'd still be alive in our climate as well. I don't think that would be an issue
yeah,
there. But one of the things that I would definitely say is with the way Amazon packages these things nowadays, that thing would be dead upon arrival.
yeah. Oh,
Because
Amazon had a thing not too long ago about open your packages outside because they had a bed bug infestation.
yes,
That
yes,
was
I
a
remember
thing.
reading that. Yep, that was a
Ooh,
thing. That was
that's
terrible.
rough. Oh
Yep, I was
gosh.
opening up my packages and
Yep.
shaking the hell out of them and
Shaking it
spraying it
out.
with disinfectant. And,
Yep. I was
uh,
just straight up not ordering from Amazon for a little bit because, like, okay, work out your bed bug issue, please. I don't
right.
want those. I ordered.
Yep.
I ordered a sheet set. I didn't order bed bugs to come with it. Thanks.
But these people are so humane about this.
Yeah, I'm like, why would you like they scooped it up and they put it into a Tupperware thing. I'm like, what? Why would you not just kill it? I don't
I don't
understand.
know
It's not like it's rare. It's a Chinese
exactly.
scorpion. Just, I mean, that's really weird. I mean,
And
they must be nice people.
and what is and so what it said it was also what a scion or something.
Scion.
At the beginning of the what was the first what was the name of it again? That it said that was what kind of package was it?
Oh, Sheen.
A sheen. That's right. I'm sorry,
Yeah,
scion sheen.
yeah.
What is a sheen?
Sheen is one of those.
Like a silk?
No, Sheen is like one of those online companies that they sell a whole bunch of clothes.
Oh,
Yeah, it's from
okay.
China, and they get a whole bunch of
Okay.
yeah. It's like kind of like a Temu or a Wish.com, but it's just for clothes. Sheen.
Gotcha. Yeah, don't even get me started with Timu. Oh Lord.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I saw that one of the Temu. It was another TikTok. This
Mm-hmm.
girl had this croissant. Hey Jimmy, you gonna get your croissant? And
Yep.
yeah, it's a croissant like light, right? And
Right,
she
right.
turned it on, it was working, and then she noticed at some point like there are like bugs all around this croissant lamp. Like, why is that?
Oh
And then she
wow.
opened it up. It's just a croissant that was just lacquered. That's all it is. It's a real ass croissant.
Wow.
It's like what? It's like that's
Wow.
awful. I mean, someone
And
just
there are
took a
bugs inside of it at that point.
yeah,
Oh,
because
that's
it
gross.
was rotting. It's like, oh, that's
Oh God,
great,
that's disgusting.
great. That's why, like,
That's so
don't
freaking disgusting.
you
Yep.
take your risks when you buy online, man, especially from a company that's not as reputable.
That's right.
Yeah,
That's right. Watch out for Timu.
yeah. Watch out for Temu, man. You get what you pay
Yep,
for.
that's crazy.
Yeah,
Absolutely, man. That and this. I'm sorry. I still can't get over this whole thing with this scorpion. I mean,
yeah. I
kill it.
mean, yeah.
Move
You can
on.
see an image that's on. You can see my screen. Yeah, you see
Yeah,
that
yeah,
it's
yeah.
like yellow, like kind of like a translucent yellow, like brown inside. There's also a video that it comes with it too. There's like they gave it like a little cardboard. Like, these people are
Oh my
very nice
God.
people. They gave it a cardboard
Yes,
sleeve
very nice
inside
people.
so that it could hide, and also apparently they also gave it a towel with water on it so it could drink. And it's like, you are really taking
Oh
care of this
my
scorpion.
God. Yeah, you're
Why?
like, yeah.
Why are you doing
I
that?
don't know. I don't know, man.
Why would you not just kill it?
It would already be dead. It would already
Yeah,
be dead in my book.
yeah.
Maybe we're just hurtful people,
Maybe
Jay.
we're just mean or hurtful people,
Yes,
which we
exactly.
could be. I mean,
Yeah,
hey, I don't know.
yeah.
All right.
Protection for your fellow scorpion.
Yeah, yeah. The Society for the Protection of Scorpions in America. I don't know. I think we'll call that an episode.
Yes,
Thank
sir.
you all for joining us. And my name is Jay.
Mitch.
And join us again soon for that next installment of Blippy and Lotkeys.
Bye now.
Ta ta and farewell. uh,